Okay, Dr. Ling, welcome to LaSalle.
Thank you.
I have a few questions for you. So what are your research interests in environmental science?
So I'm an environmental geochemist, so I like to think about reactions between rocks and water and anything in that water. More specifically, I like to look at contamination in the water and how they react with minerals. And so this is important in places like cities like Philadelphia, where you might have lead contamination in the soil or in urban gardens and things like that. But it's also important in other places, like I work a little bit on acid mine drainage and also working with water from oil and gas operations that might be contaminated. So I think about those types of problems in my research.
What drew you to pursue these interests at LaSalle and become a professor here?
So I wanted to work in either a geology department or an environmental science department. And I wanted to work at a small liberal arts school where I can work with a lot of different students, a lot more closely than I would at a larger university. And so I've had kind of both experiences. I went to graduate school at Penn State, and then I went to my undergrad at Dartmouth College. So it was like small versus large, and I definitely liked having much closer relationships with my professors and being able to get to know them and talk to them. And so that was one of the biggest things about LaSalle that I liked about it. And then also, I like that it's in a city. I grew up around the area, and so I love Philadelphia, and I wanted to find a job if I could in this area.
If you were a rock, what kind of rock would you be and why?
I was trying to think of like answers to these silly questions before you came, because I was like, oh, I don't really know. I think the rock I decided I would be is a gneiss. So it's spelled Gneiss, because I think I'm a nice person. But basically it's also a layered rock, and people have layers,
right,
just like onions and Shrek.
I love it.
Yeah.
You're a new addition to the Crown Box. What color would you be and why?
I think I would be like a mellow yellow. That's the crayon title. I think I'm like kind of a mellow person, but I'm like happy, so I can kind of be both. So I'm not like a super bright yellow, like oh my god, this is so bright and cheery. I'm more like a lighter color yellow.